little tzedakah, and let us continue what we started discussing yesterday about Chai Elul, the 18th day of the month of Elul. Chai, life, and it is the birthday of the Baal Shem Tov, the birthday of the Alter Rebbe, also the Yahrzeit of the Maharal of Prague, but let us focus on the birthday rather than on the Yahrzeits. The Baal Shem Tov, as we mentioned yesterday, was born in the year 1698. He was orphaned from his father Rebbe Eliezer at the age of 5. And the last words, the will, so to say, that his father left him was Yisrolik, because his name was Yisrael. They called him Yisrolik. Fear nothing but God alone. And then love every single Jew, without exception, with the full depth of your heart and with the fire of your soul, no matter who he is or how he behaves. Now these words became the cornerstone in the revolutionary movement and philosophy the Baal Shem Tov founded, Chassidism. The mitzvah of loving your fellow Jew was not the discovery of the Baal Shem Tov. It's part of the Torah. V'ahavta l'reyacha kamocha. Rabbi Akiva said, "Ze klal godel b'Torah." But what he revealed was the depth of the person's heart and the fire of soul, how this mitzvah should be performed. And this has changed the face of Judaism for all time to come. Really, loving somebody else is completely against the nature of any human being. By nature, we love ourselves. As the common saying, the three most important people in my life, me, myself, and I. So the Alter Rebbe comes around and explains, and as I said, whose birthday, the Alter Rebbe's birthday is today, explains in Tanya, the only way we can really love somebody else is when we look at someone else as not someone else. He's me. He's my brother. He's part of me. Why? Because we all have the same father. We are one with the other brothers from the same father. So there is no someone else. The only thing which is separated are the bodies, because that's the nature, the law of nature, that two bodies are separate. But from the soul perspective, we're all one. We're all the same. So this not only helps us to develop a deeper, meaningful, as we said before, the fire of soul, love for the other, but it also changes the parameters of whom we can love. In other words, if the premise of love is the common source that all souls share, and it's not the attraction to the unique qualities that we see in one another, then obviously this love applies to anyone, makes no difference how and who he is and how this person behaves. In fact, the Baal Shem Tov would travel from village to village, gather the Jewish people in the markets and everywhere he could find them, tell them stories to inspire and uplift them. Although the Baal Shem Tov himself was a genius, a Goen in the Talmudic part of Torah, in the Kabbalah part of Torah, nevertheless, he sought to engage the simplest of people and convey to them the message that a simple service of God was as precious to God as the Torah study of the scholarly and the great learned. We all know the story in the Talmud about the Gentile who came to Hillel, who said he wants to convert to Judaism on the condition that it will take him no longer than standing on one foot to teach him the whole Torah. And Hillel said, no problem. And basically he told him, what is hateful to you, do not do to your fellow, the mitzvah of love your fellow Jew. Now many commentators have difficulties with it. Torah is divided in two parts. There is the mitzvahs between man and God, and then man in man. So how does the mitzvah of loving your fellow Jew the basis of the Torah, and the rest, Shabbos is a commentary on love your fellow Jew. We put on Tefillin as a commentary to love your fellow Jew. But according to the Baal Shem Tov, we can understand it very well. Because loving for your fellow Jew is very, not only compatible with loving God, but they complement each other. Why? As the Maggid of Mezrich, student, the successor of the Baal Shem Tov, said, that to love a fellow Jew is to love God. Because when we love the children, we love the Father. When we love the Father, we love the children. So we do a mitzvah because of love to God. So that's what Hillel tells us. And this love is just, not just that this loving your fellow Jew is what brings about the ultimate expression of God's love to us by bringing us Mashiach now.